Hello, beautiful one. Hope you're good. Hope you're fine. Have you been beating yourself up? Probably you feel like you're not trying, or you're not doing enough, or you feel like you're not being too productive, or you feel you're being less active. My dear, you are not alone. I got you. So I basically want to talk about this. I actually experienced something, and I finally summoned courage to come up and talk about this because this is something people don't usually talk about. This is something you feel that you are just in that hole or in that space all alone. That is not true. I just want to let you know that you are not in that situation alone. So, uh, week back, actually not been active that much on YT, and a lot of persons reached out to me and like, how you doing? Hope you cool. Hope you're there. That. So the reason is that when you're doing something, I'm just coming from a business perspective because that is what I do. So I'm going to just talk more about the business because that is the angle I'm coming from, and you can also relate it to whatever field you are. Okay. So that situation or the point where you get to a point that things are not really moving as you think or as you feel or as expected. Now it's not even about your feelings, it's not even about what you think or what it's the fact that things are not moving as expected. And you can even go online, like you might just pick your phone and start to check and scroll and check one or two, and boom, you come across that particular video that is telling you, are you a business owner and you're not making like 500,000 in a month, you're not making like 1 M in a month, what are you doing, what are you doing? And you're like, oh my goodness, this is, now let me tell you, these people most times don't tell you behind the scene. I'm telling you the real fact from my experience, from a little experience. They don't tell you they don't tend to show you behind the scene of what is actually going on or what they've been through before they break through. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Now every business or every individual or whatever has something that probably they must have been through before that breakthrough came up. You get what I'm trying to say? Now, this experience actually brought me down, weighed me down, made me to be all alone, made me to be like in my space. Yes, this was how bad it was. And I've actually experienced something like that. But you know how businesses can be now? It's not always like boom, 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 booming each time. There's always a point to where things are a little bit stagnant and you feel like, oh, okay, yeah, it happens once in a while, and probably a week or two you're gonna bounce back. But that situation whereby it takes like more than usual, it takes more than usual, and still you are not experiencing anything, you are not seeing any difference, you are not getting any at all. Yeah, that was the situation. So this actually happened. It started like 1 week, and I was like, oh, that is normal. I do experience this thing, and okay, you're just gonna fall back before you know what's happening. But my dear, it never happened. It went through, like it ran 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, and everything was just so stagnant, and it got to my head. Yeah, it got to my head. Now, you going through stuff is not bad. What do you do, or what did you do during that situation? What did you do during the situation? That is what matters. Okay, so during that period I felt like, oh, this is, it's normal, businesses can come and and I was trying to get myself prepared for the booming, because most times after this stop, after this delay, the next phase is always like, the occasions and all of that. But it took time, and I decided to think, what happened? What did I do wrong? Did I do anything wrong? Did I miss it anywhere? And let me tell you, these things, you've already set out plans for yourself. It's not like you are sitting around, it's not like you are not doing anything. You set out plans for yourself. You told yourself, this is what I want to do, this is what I will achieve, and you are not getting any close to it, and it bothers you. Now let me tell you something. Do not let yourself feel you are not doing enough. That is one thing I have to tell you. Don't do that to yourself. So the most important thing is what did you get out of the situation? What did that situation teach you? Did you just go through that experience just for mistake? Did you just go through the experience for nothing? What did you get out of the experience? Now I'm going to share a little testimony, okay? Because I wouldn't want a situation where I'll just say things and just tell you that, oh, you know what, people go through this stuff, business people go through this stuff, people that have succeeded go through this stuff. Yeah. Now what actually held them? What strengthens you? You understand? Because things like this can make you go into depression. I'm telling you, things like this can make you feel depressed, and you think that, oh, you all alone, you go into your shell and you feel like, oh, no one cares and blah blah blah, like suggestions to keep coming in, and nah, that's not what you want for yourself. So I'm going to share this testimony. During that period, on a Sunday, I went to church, and I mean the atmosphere was something else, and I broke down. I broke down, and I was like, God, what is going on? Things are just as if it's stagnant, and all of that, and all of that. And I kind of excused myself from the auditorium. I went just a little bit behind, just there all by myself and all of that. And someone approached me, someone that knows me approached me. I was like, what's going on? Why are you crying and all of that? Is it this? Is it that? Like, I didn't really disclose what was actually wrong with me to the person. But the person just started comforting me, telling me, God is for you, whatever you're going through, don't feel this, words of encouragement and, strength and everything. But as the person was speaking, all the while was going through this stuff, and I was thinking, you have to check, did you miss anything? And you have to check, are you still on track? Are you still, all those things. So after doing all the human hedge, whatever, I just prayed. I told God, I know this phase is going to pass, and it's not going to be long. It's going to pass. Just said, God, please cut this short in righteousness, because this is getting too much. Like, your daughter can't deal with this anymore. Oh my goodness. So that school day, the elder was speaking to me, and I just heard a word. All you need is just the peace of the Lord. I'm like, peace from the Lord. Peace of the Lord. Like, that peace that passes all understanding will give it to you. And I went in and I searched for charts, and that really strengthened me. That really strengthened me. Okay. That is in Philippians 4. You can just read all through, and I've actually read that passage of the Bible, but when you were not just, I don't know how to put this. This is something that I've read before, but when the word came, it came in fresh. Like, it was as if I've not heard of that before. And I went in and I searched, and I discovered that, what I actually needed is just the peace of the Lord. And since that day, I've never felt the trouble. Now, it's not like the situation got lifted. I don't know if that's what I'm trying to say. It's not like the situation got solved. Like, it's not like, as I'm talking to you now, as I'm talking to you currently, it's not like, oh, things are beginning to move or things, no. But I became unbothered. You know what I'm saying? I became so unbothered. Unlike before, I couldn't even, I was away from YT, away from most social media for a long time. And people were like reaching out and all of that. Like, it got so bad that even to buy data bundle, people in Nigeria will really, really understand what I'm trying to say. Even to buy data bundle was so difficult for me that I couldn't even buy bundle to subscribe and come live, or even to post, or even to support people if they are live and all of that. Now, it's not because I'm saying this, that someone will be like, really, really, you're going to even buy data bundle. Now, that situation whereby you use all you have. Remember, I said I'm coming from a business angle. You use all you have, like you invested all you have in purchasing a good, or in purchasing an item that you're going to sell. You're like, oh yeah, my market not finished, so make I go buy market again and restock and start selling. And you discover that nothing, like, it's just as if everywhere is just like freeze. Now, that was the situation. I just invested, and I said, okay, now make I just sit down the way for clients, the customers, they come, and nada, like nothing. I'm still speaking to you. Nothing. So I actually came up here to say this. I don't know who needs to hear this, but let me tell you. Those people will challenge you. Those people will let you know that, oh, you're supposed to be doing more. You're supposed to be earning like 500,000, 1M in a month. And bro, you're not making up to one. You're not even making up to 100,000 in a month. And you're like, hey, am I joking? Am I playing my game? Let me tell you, a lot has happened behind the scenes that you don't know. They've been through so much struggle. They've been through so much, and finally they broke through whatever, and everything is working at least up to an extent. Because let me tell you, no one is perfectly okay. No one is perfectly okay. You understand what I'm saying? Everyone has a little things they're dealing with, and you won't know. They won't tell you unless you are close to the person, and the person decides to disclose that to you. That is when you will know. So, my dear lovely ones, I'm telling you this out of experience. Remember, I said it's not like the situation has been lifted or I'm okay and all of that. But that particular word I heard comforted me, and I have been like, you know, that situation whereby you are thinking, you are draining. Thinking is not gonna solve the situation. You draining or standing yourself is not gonna solve the situation. You will keep draining, and one day you hear that the person is no more. What are you gonna gain? What are you gonna gain? So please, my lovely ones, I just want to tell you this. Everything is gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be fine. You don't need to drain yourself. Everything is gonna be fine. Always remember that Ahura said it, that everything is gonna be fine. I still remain your lovely Ahura, and I love you all. Relentless.